Welcome back. Often politicians and other elected officials scramble to defend pay raises. Catholic School Board trustee Stephen Blais has decided to donate his $7,500 pay raise to a different community cause every year. So, Stephen, why?
Well, before the last election, I made a commitment to the residents in my neighborhood that I wasn't going to accept the raise. I thought it was wrong and that money could be invested in more important things for our community. So fulfilling my commitment and my election promise.
So the last election was in 2006. What pay raise was handed out then?
The salary went from $5,000 to about $12,700 in that range, and it declines every year based on enrollment. Okay. So every year I've been donating about $5,000 to community charities throughout the city in order to keep my election promise.
And what was the reasoning for the pay increase? Like, it's still work to be done.
There's still work to be done,
free.
And the salaries had been higher than $5,000 during the Mike Harris years. They were cut, so people thought that they should be put back to the original amounts. But when we've got overcrowded classrooms and students that are sharing textbooks, I thought that the money could be invested better.
So what are you doing with the money for this year?
Well, this past year, I donated the money to the Military Family Resource Center and the Soldier On Fund. The Military Family Resource Center helps families whose members are overseas with the Canadian Forces. And the Soldier On Fund helps those soldiers when they return if they're suffering any mental or physical problems because of their service overseas. The other half of the money I donated to the school breakfast program. 11,000 students go to school hungry every morning in Ottawa, and this money will help them have breakfast.
So, just back to the politics of this, there is a cash crunch at school boards.
Of course.
Do you think other trustees should be following your lead?
I would love other trustees to follow my lead, not just in the raise, but also in perhaps reducing the number of trustees we have around the table. That's something that I asked for earlier this year. Any money we can save, we don't need more politicians, we need fewer politicians. Any money we can save in these areas to reinvest in the classroom, I think we should go after.
And it's my understanding that you also have imposed term limits, and term limits actually don't exist for trustees.
That's right. There are no term limits in the province of Ontario at any political level, but career politicians are not good politicians. They get caught in the bubble.
Why is that?
Well, because they get caught in the bubble, and they don't necessarily see things the way that outsiders see things. So after 2 terms, I think it's time to move on and let someone else take up the banner.
So a fresh set of eyes every so often would be useful, in your opinion?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Well, thank you.